from Grand Prairie, Texas. Grand Prairie is a fantastic suburb here in DFW, and it's a very affordable suburb too. So if Grand Prairie interests you, then this is the video for you, so stick around. Hey everyone, this is Danae Hewitt, your go-to DFW Realtor with Brico Realty Services, and today I am here to tell you all about the city of Grand Prairie. I am in downtown Grand Prairie right now, where I am at the location of the biggest farmers market that Texas has to offer. And you'll see it here every Saturday between April and December. Of course, it's closed right now because I am here on a weekday, but what I want to do is I want to tell you as much as I can about Grand Prairie and show you some houses in different price points so you can see and judge if Grand Prairie might be the location for you. I am here at the most adorable park here, one of the most adorable parks here in Grand Prairie, called Playground Adventures. And it's really close to the President George Bush Turnpike. Right in this area, there are a ton of things to do that are completely family friendly and makes Grand Prairie a great destination spot for you and friends and family. As I'm filming this, it is April, and March and April in DFW are windy. I mean, like, this is just how it is. But let me tell you a little bit about the market here in Grand Prairie before we go out and see some houses. So the stats that I have are actually from February of this year, and then I'm looking at the previous Februaries. The average sales price of a house is $350,000, and in February of last year, the average sales price of a house was $264,000. That's a big jump in a year. So Grand Prairie has Grand Prairie ISD, which has a B rating from niche.com. But a couple of the houses that I will show you today are actually in other school districts, but they are in the city of Grand Prairie. Just like with the rest of the country, we are certainly in a seller's market. We have less than 1 month of inventory available here in Grand Prairie. And what that means is if every single home on the market that is active here in Grand Prairie were to sell, that means it would take less than a month for every single home to sell in order for there to be no other homes available on the market. So a balanced market is right at 6 months, and then anything over 6 months is going to be a buyer's market where buyers have more leverage when they're submitting offers. So let me tell you some stats that I found really surprising. February of 2022, there were only 83 homes on the market here. February of 2021, there were 112 homes on the market. And February 2020, right before quarantine and the pandemic, there were 212 homes on the market. So since the pandemic, we have seen a steady decline in the number of homes available for sale. The number of average showings that a home is going to get in Grand Prairie is 22 showings. So that means there are 22 different families out there looking for houses on average. Grand Prairie is a great central location in the Metroplex. It's only about a 15 to 20 minute drive to the airport, and it's right in between Arlington and Dallas, and this is a great destination spot for friends and for family. I could do a whole video just on all of the things that you can do here in Grand Prairie, but I won't right now. But again, I'm at this fantastic playground right now. I am not too far from Epic Water Park, which is an indoor water park that is used and open year-round. I am very close to a place called Chicken and Pickle, which is so much fun. As I drove by it the first time, I was like, what is Chicken and Pickle? Like, what? I've never heard of that. Went to Chicken and Pickle a couple of months ago to celebrate a friend's birthday, and you can actually rent out pickleball courts. And we ordered tons of food and drinks, and all of us adults just hung out and had a really great time there. If you do bring your kids, there are lots of things for kids to do besides just play pickleball. They've got a giant Jenga, they've got hula hoops and cornhole and Connect Four, and just lots of other activities for the kiddos to do while you're eating and playing some pickleball yourself. So if you have not seen Chicken and Pickle, definitely check that out. There's also Ripley's Believe It or Not Wax Museum that's here. There is Joe Pool Lake, and Joe Pool Lake is so much fun. If you are a lake person, you can rent boats and go out on that beautiful lake. Lloyd Park is right there if you were interested in tent or RV camping. My family and I have been to Lloyd Park, I can't even count how many times. We've gone hiking out there. You can do a little swimming in part of the lake right there as well, and we love getting out there with our friends and hanging out and having a really great time. So there really is so much to see and so much to do in Grand Prairie that even if you don't live here in the city, if you're close nearby, you should definitely come here and check out a lot of the activities that Grand Prairie has to offer. So I said a few minutes ago that the average sales price of a home is $350,000. So the first house that we're going to go see is listed right at $350,000. So let's go. Welcome to house number 1 on our Grand Prairie tour today. So this house is listed right at the average sales price home in Grand Prairie at $350,000. It's going to be the least expensive house and the smallest house that I'm going to show you today. It is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with 1,895 square feet. It's going to be really on a smaller lot. There's no pool here, but the house is in an HOA, and it's going to be the most expensive HOA that I'm going to show you today, and it is $558 a year. And a lot of times that HOA can just be paid right up at the beginning of the year, and you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. So this home actually has a split layout, meaning the bedrooms are split on both sides of the house. And usually right in the middle is going to be your living room or your kitchen, that sort of thing. So here's the house. Both cars are in the driveway, so you can't really get like that great of a view of the front of it, but it's a great entry-level house at a great starting price point, maybe for those of you that are first-time home buyers or looking for a great family-friendly neighborhood to put your kids in. So this home is zoned for Mansfield ISD. The other 2 homes are going to be in Grand Prairie ISD. But this one here in Mansfield is actually really super close, actually within walking distance to the elementary school and also to the intermediate school. But I like where this home sits because it's not on the busy street where you're going to get all that school traffic, where you're going to get people parking in front of your house waiting to go pick up their kids. Yeah, you're not going to get that with the location of this house here. But it's a great starter entry-level neighborhood here in Grand Prairie. Nicely taken care of lawns, mature trees. I don't think you can go wrong with this neighborhood. And if your kids wanted to bike or walk to school, hey, they can certainly do that. Now I'm going to show you house number 2, which is a little bit more expensive, and let's see what you think. I am here at the second house, which is listed at $450,000, and I love the location of this house. My guess is when it was built in 2004, this would have been a premium lot because you're looking onto a little walkway kind of park area. Building right here behind me is a facility that you can rent. As I was saying, you can actually rent that facility because this home is actually in an HOA, so it probably has a pool nearby, something like that. But let me turn this around. So that is the home for sale right there. And let me tell you, I am loving that garage door because I'm almost positive that is an upgraded garage door. Typically the garage doors here are the cream color or something like that. They certainly don't have the windows in it, but that has the windows in it, and it's just sets this house apart from any other homes in the area. So let's give you the stats on this house. Like I said, it was built in 2004. It is 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms with 3,366 square feet. It is on a tiny lot, not a 0 lot line lot, but it's definitely tight. But you're looking onto, just look behind me here, just like this little walking path here. So if you like to walk, then you can kind of feel like you're not walking through your neighborhood so much. But all of these homes that face this little park, they just have a great lot location in this entire neighborhood. So this home is zoned for Grand Prairie ISD, and I would say it's just probably a couple of miles from the previous home that we were at, not too far from it at all. I'm loving this neighborhood, loving that house for sale, great price. I wonder what it will actually sell for. That remains to be seen. All right, let's go on to our third and final house. So I am at the last house today, and it is the biggest and the most expensive house that I'm going to show you. It is listed for $690,000. It is 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms with 4,207 square feet. That's a big house. It does have a really fantastic pool with an outdoor kitchen, and it sits on about a half of an acre. So today is obviously trash day in the neighborhood, so of course don't mind any of the trash bags that you see, because obviously it hasn't been picked up yet. But there you go. Yeah, beautiful house. Love the stonework. It was built in 2007. Love how the lawn has been maintained. Love the color of the lawn. Spring, we are in spring right now, and so the lawns are slowly coming back from being dormant and brown to nice and green and lush. And this lawn is no exception. This community is in an HOA, and it's $165 a year. I mean, not bad at all. Overall, nice quiet neighborhood. We got someone out there doing a little bit of lawn work. You may hear that in the background. And this home is really, really close to Joe Pool Lake. So for those of you that have your RV and your tent and you want to go camping out there, this home is really, really close to it. Really liking this neighborhood and for what it has to offer you. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing homes in the area of Grand Prairie. If there are any other areas that you'd like me to show you or to go out and tour, please leave that in the comments below, and I would be happy to do that. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.